y'all. It's me. Welcome back to the Real Deal Reaction Show. Bye. Let me start off. Let me start off. It's your girl, the Real Deal, Lanita Gill. Wait, let me start off again. Hey y'all, it's me, it's your girl, it's the Real Deal, and this is Reaction. Yes, like, share, and subscribe. All right, TikTokers, tick to the talkers. Now, whether y'all didn't know it or not, Americans are the only ones that really let their kids TikTok. Okay. Now, the kids in America, United States of America, they had to be 13 with a restriction page. Either their parents have to be around, on that page. That's how they go. Now, really, in 70, age of 78 is too young for TikTok. Okay, really, they're not supposed to be on TikTok. So you're supposed to be a certain age. But we're gonna get into TikTok, okay? Now the owner, we're gonna look at it, watch the video. Y'all know I love TikTok. 'Cause I like to play old school, gospel, young school. It don't matter. But let you know that there is a age restriction on TikTok, okay? You might not see it, but there is a age restriction. Okay, so do a favor for me. Go ahead on hit that like button, and at the end, go ahead on and subscribe to the channel. Okay, I appreciate you. Okay, let's go. I'm gonna turn this down, my music down, a little music. Here we go. So I want to share a video of the young man speaking about it, but no, he don't let his kids TikTok. And there's nothing wrong with that. He said, and over there where he is, where they live, their kids don't TikTok until they get a certain age. So it is what it is, right? Okay. So here's the CEO on TikTok. For those who haven't seen, I know you don't care, but this is he and his kids 7 and 8, and he look kind of different on this picture right here. Look like he looks a lot different, but okay, let's see this.
So you have 2 kids.
I do.
Do they use TikTok?
They're too young for that.
So
Hold on.
what
He
age
said,
are they?
and he said,
Uh,
hold on, hold up. And he is right. They are kind of young to be on there because it's a lot going on TikTok. But you see the baby right here. But it's a lot. They're not a real baby, I don't think. But I think it's okay long as you and your parents on there. Like I know a little girl was on there and I told her, don't you curse. Don't you curse. Don't cuss. I said, don't cuss. Now her mom said, I know that's right. I thought she about to say that word too. So let me pull this up so y'all can see. Hold on. I can't see good, y'all.
So you have 2 kids.
I do.
Do they use TikTok?
They're too young for that.
So what ages are they?
8 and 6.
Okay.
TikTok is here in the US. If you're below 13, you get a very restricted version of TikTok. And in many other countries around the world, we don't allow users for below 13.
I guess the question is, I know you said it's a legal requirement that kids under 13 have to have a different app,
Yes.
effectively. But I guess the question is, do they have to have an app at all? Could you limit it so that the kids couldn't have access to it? Is that something you'd ever think about?
The last time I checked, no. The answer is no. As in terms of the legal requirement doesn't allow me to do this.
Now he is saying the truth. They're not supposed to have their own app because my grandson, he 13 now, but when he was 12, I'm gonna let y'all hear what he said again now. Then I'm gonna go to another video. But they took his channel because one of the kids at the school, one of the little girls he liked, told that he had a TikTok. So they took his TikTok channel.
So you have 2 kids.
I do.
Do they use TikTok?
They're too young for that.
So what ages are they?
8 and 6.
Okay.
TikTok is here in the US. If you're below 13, you get a very restricted version of TikTok. And in many other countries around the world, we don't allow users from 13.
I guess the question is, I know that you said it's a legal requirement that kids under 13 have to have a different app,
Yes.
effectively. But I guess the question is, do they have to have an app at all? Could you limit it so that the kids couldn't have access to it? Is that something you'd ever think about?
The last time I checked, no. The answer is no. Like, as in terms of the legal requirement doesn't allow me to do this. But I can get back to you on this.
Okay, let me let y'all hit see the next one. Yeah, oh no. Oh no. See what he got.
You have 2 kids.
I do.
Do they use TikTok?
No, they're too young for that.
So what ages are they?
8 and 6.
Okay.
TikTok is here in the US. If you're below 13, you get a very restricted version of TikTok. And in many other countries around the world, we don't allow users who are below 13. But if you're a parent here and your teenage child is on TikTok, go to settings. There's family pairing. Click on it. It's going to give you a lot of tools to manage your teenager's experience.
And like I
have 2
said, he
kids.
do manage it. They do manage TikTok for the kids. Now, if you see a kid on
So
there,
you
they
have
on
2
there
kids.
for their parent.
You have 2 kids.
Hold on.
You have 2 kids.
Last try, give it up.
You have 2 kids.
I do.
Do they use
That's
TikTok?
it.
No, they're too young for that.
So
It said Africans. Did you hear the owner of TikTok? Yeah, we heard him. That his age 8-year-old child is too young to use TikTok. That's true. But your young children are all in TikToks. They can be in TikTok, but they just can't control it themselves. Y'all misunderstanding what he said. Tomorrow you'll blame social media. No, that's African. Why I gotta be African Americans? I mean, it could be people, period. If they mama on there, they can be on there with their mother, y'all, but they can't own an amp by themselves. He said it's a restricted amp for the little kids, but it's not. Those amps are not restricted.
you have 2 kids.
I do.
I'm just saying a lot of people
So you
have a
have 2
lot to
kids.
say about that. I don't understand it. But people gonna let their children. I seen a little girl on there, and I was like, "What, little girl? You better not cuss like that." CEO of TikTok dances. So, what y'all think about that? How y'all feel about that now? Ben, he not. It's not. He see people misunderstood what he said. He didn't. He don't ban them his kids. If he don't want his kid to TikTok, they don't have to TikTok. Just because he is the TikTok king don't mean nothing. It's just like Beyonce, because she Beyonce, that don't mean her children can do certain things. Even Carly like that. She didn't let her daughter use TikTok. So what? I mean, so. And I don't know why they put it on there African Americans. I don't
So you
matter.
have 2 kids.
I do.
Do they use TikTok?
They're too young for that.
So what ages are they?
8 and 6.
Okay.
TikTok is here in the US. If you're below 13, you get a very restricted version of TikTok.
No, they don't.
And
No,
in
they
many other countries around the world.
no, they don't get no very restricted. No, they don't. No, they don't. No, they don't get nothing restricted. Because I see children on there dancing to everything on TikTok. My daughter, she don't let her kids be on there. And when the last time I checked, I said, "Oh, her old videos came through my For You page," and then she went in there. My daughter was so angry, she deleted that thing. She deleted that amp. She don't allow her kids to be on there.
You have two kids.
I do.
Do they use TikTok?
No, they're too young for that.
So what ages are they?
8 and 6.
Okay.
TikTok is here in the US. If you're below 13, you get a very restricted version of TikTok. And in many other countries around the world, we don't allow users who are below 13. If you're a parent here and your teenage child is on TikTok, go to settings. There's family pairing. Click on it. It's going to give you a lot of.
Yeah, see, he is right. They got. That's why I'm telling people it's a lot going on TikTok. It's a lot of different things. You don't have to. I showed y'all stuff on there that you can eat. You can put your food on there and everything. But I like what he says. Like I'm saying, he don't let his kids use TikTok. So what? That's good. That don't mean don't know everybody because y'all don't agree with the TikTok. Don't mean that y'all can build. It's a lot of people don't like YouTube. So it's up to the people. It don't matter. If you don't like TikTok, you don't like TikTok. Can't get mad at him because he don't want your kids watching it.
So you have two kids.
I do.
Do they use TikTok?
They're too young for that.
So what ages are they?
8 and 6.
Okay.
TikTok is here in the US. If you're below 13, you get a very restricted version of TikTok. And in many other countries around the world, we don't allow users who are below 13.
I guess the question is, I know that you said it's a legal requirement that kids under 13 have to have a different app,
Yes.
effectively. But I guess the question is, do they have to have an app at all? Could you limit it so that the kids couldn't have access to it? Is that something you'd ever think about?
The last time I checked, no. The answer is no. Like, as in terms of the legal requirement doesn't allow me to do this. But I can get back to you.
I wonder why he asked him that, by the way. Why he asked him that question anyway? Oh, mess. He said that.
You have two kids.
I do.
Do they use TikTok?
No, they're too young for that.
So what ages are they?
8 and 6.
Okay.
TikTok is here in the US. If you're below 13, you get a very restricted version of TikTok. And in many other countries around the world, we don't allow users who are below 13. If you're a parent here and your teenage child is on TikTok, go to settings. There's family pairing. Click on it. It's going to give you a lot of tools to manage your teenager's experience.
That's good.
Let's try and give it up. I'm looking good.
You have two kids.
That's good.
You
I
have two
like what he
kids.
said.
I do.
Do they use TikTok?
No, they're too young for that.
So you have two kids.
Well, they say y'all African Americans, did y'all hear that on TikTok? See, what they saying is the same thing I be saying. You go on here, you see little kids on here cussing and dancing. It's nothing funny about that because they're young. They too young. But like he said, you go into setting and put family pairing, and it'll make them do family stuff. You see the family doing certain music. So. And eight is too young. My granddaughter 8 and her daughter took her completely off. She didn't even know they still had her on there. And when she saw what TikTok was about, she no. Now her kid's not on here. But
You have two kids.
I do.
Do they use TikTok?
No, they're too young for that.
So what ages are they?
8 and 6.
Okay.
TikTok is here in the US. If you're below 13, you get a very restricted version of TikTok. And in many other countries around the world, we don't allow users who are below 13. If you're a parent here and your teenage child is on TikTok, go to settings.
okay, now the only thing I
Click
think
on it. It's going to give you a lot of tools to manage your teenager.
now, why is it that in American, it's different from China? Why we don't have that restriction like that on our kids here? But they don't they let their kids be a certain age. But in they making the money off of y'all. In other words, that's what they doing. They making money off of y'all, our kids. Off of our kids because they don't use it. You hear what he said? Let me let y'all hear a good one.
You have 2 kids.
I do.
Do they use TikTok?
Oh, they're too young for that.
So, what ages are they?
8 and 6.
Okay.
TikTok is here in the US. If you're below the ages of, if you're below 13, you get a very restricted version of TikTok. And in many other countries around the world, we don't allow users who are below 13.
See?
So if you're
See?
here and you're
Stop. He shouldn't have said that. But that's what it is. See, he said in the United States, if you are below the age of 13, you have to the parents can go in the setting and hit pairing, family pairing, where you do stuff with your family. But they don't use you in 13. No, they don't use TikTok. Below 13, they don't let them kids use TikTok. But TikTok free. So what they complain about is we ain't getting paid for it. So, but he getting paid off of some kind of. We making millions off of billions.
You have 2 kids.
I do.
Do they use TikTok?
Oh, they're too young for that.
So, what ages are they?
8 and 6.
Okay.
TikTok is here in the US. If you're below the ages of, if you're below 13, you get a very restricted version of TikTok. And in many other countries around the world, we don't allow users who are below 13. So if you're a parent here and your teenage child is on TikTok, go to settings. There's family pairing. Click on it. It's going to give you a lot of tools to manage your teenager's experience.
But I don't understand it. I don't understand it right now. I really don't. I don't think I wonder why is it there is different there and different here. Why ours can't be like theirs and we can get along just well. I wonder why it's different. Because they can make money off of us. Y'all got to understand what's going on. But it's let me see how much he worked. His net worth. Let me see his net worth. Woo! Look at that. $250 billion. Golly, $250 billion. Of course, our kids gonna stay on there. TikTok on the what his name, Bitey dance is worth more than Twitter's Coca-Cola. That mother sucker rich. And who own TikTok? TikTok is owned by Beijing based technology company. BT Dance formed by the Chinese billionaire entrepreneur Zhang Zimi. He's only 38, y'all. 38. Golly. Was named one of the Time magazine 100 most influential people in 2019, who described him as the top entrepreneur in the world. Let me see who is TikTok owned by. Whoa, and he a nice man too. It got right here. It's TikTok owned by Facebook. Last month, TikTok became the first app not owned by Facebook to cross the $3 billion download mark. Oh, so they not owned by TikTok is the new Facebook. TikTok don't took over Facebook. Now, Facebook, I can put my stuff on Facebook from TikTok. But I like TikTok music. That's the main thing you got, okay? Who owns TikTok in the United States? Who owns TikTok in the United States? What? Oh no, I'm about to stop. Okay, who owns TikTok in the United States? In an attempt to get Trump to cool his jets, BT Dance, I don't know if that BT Dance made a tentative deal over the weekend to create a United States subsidiary called TikTok Global, part owned by the U.S. entities Arkansas, Walmart. Four of the company's five board members would be American, and the fifth likely to be in BT Dance former Zanga Zimmings. So, in other words, whoever wanna do this with him, I don't know why he brought Trump name up. Cause he said in attempt to get Trump to cool his jets. What that mean? What? Okay, what country does TikTok originate from? The short answer is the ByteDance Dance created TikTok in Beijing, China. There's a much longer response that quite convoluted. The truth is that TikTok has undergone multiple name changes, and it still has a Chinese version that operates separately. The first version of TikTok was Me, and its initial launch was in September 2016. Oh, so somebody bought TikTok? Oh, I'm learning a whole lot. Let me see what he talking about. Let me hear how he talk. I like him though. He cool. He about to make money. Y'all spend. Did the Microsoft buy TikTok? U.S. tech giant Microsoft said Sunday it offered to buy TikTok was rejected, leaving Oculus as the sole remaining bidder ahead of a looming deadline for the Chinese owners video app to sell or shut down its United States operation. This way, they making the money in the United States off of TikTok. Let me see who famous. Let me see how these famous for. You look, it's a fresher who came into the limelight after her video on TikTok went viral. She is known as the Ukrainian. Now, why I got to be her, be the top, the famous TikToker? Okay. $250 billion. Let me look up ByteDance is trading in the secondary market for $250 billion. Bloomberg reports. They ain't about to get them traded in for that. Investor confidence in the company has increased as it weighs an initial multiple offering. ByteDance was valued at $200 billion just a month ago. Golly, and $140 billion 2017. Equal to $250 billion. It's some money. It's the way y'all can make money on there too. It's money all on that thing. There's ways to make money on there. It's money on there. It's money. They got gospel songs too. I'm about to look up Bitey Dan because I ain't never heard of it. What is that? BYTE dance. Let me look that up. I ain't never heard of them. B. Did I spell it right? By it said by T. Let me get it right, y'all. Okay, by TE. Okay, that's it. Okay. Oh, okay, y'all. Okay. I didn't know this. I'm learning a lot today. Okay. So right here, TikTok is considered splitting with Bitey Dance. Oh, he's trying to hide something from me. Come on back here. I don't want to do all that. I want to see this. So this is Bitey Dance, y'all. I didn't know who it was. Hold on for a minute. Hold on, y'all. Oh, well, don't do that. Let me go out and come back. So they don't want us to know about them. TikTok considers splitting with Bitey Dance if deal with the U.S. Also, they saying if they deal with the U.S., oh, they trying to make them deal with us. What? 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 Oh, so in order for us, look, y'all, in order for us, listen right here, look right here. In order for the United States, they say United States tell Bitey Dance to sell TikTok, okay, or be banned. Now, if they do that, that's in China. That's in China too. That's still in China. So what's the difference? I'm gonna let y'all hear what he said one more time. I'm gonna let you hear what the owner said. Now I don't see nothing wrong with what he said. He got 7 and 8-year-old, and he don't let them watch TikTok. I mean, say he don't let them dance. They too young, and he is right. So he ain't said nothing wrong.
You have two kids. You have 2 kids.
I do.
Do they use TikTok?
No, they're too young for that.
So what ages are they?
8 and 6.
Okay.
TikTok is here in the US. If you're below the ages of, if you're below 13,
Hold up.
You have 2 kids.
Let me move that man.
You have 2 kids. You have 2 kids. You have 2 kids.
I do.
So you have 2 kids.
I do.
Do they use TikTok?
They're too young for that.
So what ages are they?
8 and 6.
Okay.
TikTok is here in the US. If you're below the ages of, if you're below 13, you get a very restricted version of TikTok.
Okay. My question is, why is it that our age 13 get a restricted version, where the children in China below 13, they don't do it at all? They don't let them TikTok at all. So what's the difference between y'all kids and our kids over here? That's what people not understand, owner. That's what they not understand. That since you said that, you said it. Yeah. You said it.
So you have 2 kids.
I do.
Do they use TikTok?
They're too young for that.
So what ages are they?
8 and 6.
Okay.
TikTok is Here in the US, if you're below 13, you get a very restricted version of TikTok. And in many other countries around the world, we don't allow users for below 13.
I guess the question is, I know that you said it's a legal requirement that kids under 13 have to have a different app, effectively. But I guess the question is, do they have to have an app at all? Could you limit it so that the kids couldn't have access to it? Is this something you'd ever think about?
The last time I checked, no. The answer is no.
See, the reason why the dude asked him that, because if he giving the American younger kids a different app, that means that he getting paid double. So that was an interesting question that he asked him.
Yes, in terms of the legal requirement doesn't allow me to do this. But I can get back to you on it.
So you have 2 kids.
I think we need to be evaluated. We need to look into it because what I just heard, well, it need to be for grown people. It's not for children, but over here in the United States, China has made it for kids. So y'all need to look into that. That's what I got. I don't think he got nothing else on him. I don't know what version he talking about. Other different amps. That's what I want to know. Trying to move in. Trying to move this right here. It's not moving. So what y'all think about that? Wow. The White House last week welcomed a bill that would have allowed President Joe Biden to ban TikTok. U.S. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan said in a statement. A bipartisan bill would empower the United States government to prevent certain foreign governments from exploiting technology service in a way that poses risk to American sensitive. Lord, y'all a mess. That ain't got nothing to do with that. That's why America don't take over. Why America don't take over TikTok.
Potentially a divestiture or an IPO, and how would it actually help the transparency point of things when it comes to
Hold on, y'all. Let me hit it. Let me turn my music down a little bit. I need to hear some. I need to hear this. I don't know which one it is. Look at it.
Yeah, so this is kind of at the discussion stage amongst leadership at TikTok as that review with CFIUS has stalled. They've tried to bring forward a number of measures, investing $1.5 billion in something called Project Texas to protect U.S. users' data. That's meant to address some of the data privacy concerns that CFIUS and a lot of lawmakers had. Now, this kind of idea of a separation is seen as a last resort. People familiar with the matter told myself and my colleague. This is something that the Chinese government would have to sign off on if it came to fruition. And the company has said that right now they are in the mode of trying to convince U.S. officials and regulators that they are in fact doing enough to address their concerns. But look, the reality is they have not been able to convince some of their loudest critics in DC that the efforts that they're taking are enough. And frankly, a lot of the lawmakers are just not believing what TikTok is laying out in terms of the efforts.
TikTok ain't going nowhere, so y'all can forget that. Y'all take TikTok out, them parents have fit because TikTok really be helping their anxiety and stuff. So I don't know how they gonna do that.
As the White House backs a bill that could see TikTok banned across the US, Reuters spoke to a handful of content creators who put their success down to the Chinese-owned app. They say they are devastated the platform might be banned.
TikTok is the reason that I have my book deal.
Ellie Rallo's videos on dating and general life advice made her a star.
When the bill comes, just look at it like you've never seen that in your life, okay? You can pay.
With more than 650,000 followers and 88 million likes on the site, the former journalism student has been approached by Harvest, an imprint of HarperCollins, to write a book.
Like accelerated every dream I've ever had. I'm a native TikTok creator, so I started creating there first before on other apps. I guess we would have to adapt. Apps like TikTok have opened up the door for people of all walks of life.
They have.
And of all backgrounds to share their story and have a place to have their voice elevated in a way that was never possible before. And to take that away, I think that would be what devastates me the most.
You and millions of other people might see a much lower tax refund.
Another content creator, Duke Alexander Moore, says TikTok literally saved his life.
This is what's in my bank account as of today. But before I was at where I'm at today, I was here. In this picture, I am pretty much dead.
He says he went from being unhoused to creating a 7-figure tax business in just 2 years, thanks to the platform.
I was already doing it. I was enjoying it. Then like TikTok came along. I was just scrolling on TikTok one day, and I was like, I saw some guy talking about taxes. I'm like, I can't do that. Like I can do that. I can do that. I got this.
When the pandemic hit, people flocked to his TikTok looking for tax advice.
The information was so important, and it needed to get out there, especially during COVID, with all the stimulus checks, child tax credit, PPP, EIDL loans, all that.
TikTok is owned by ByteDance and is used by more.
What is that?
At SAS, we love bold questions because with the right analytics, we make data do
United States to change their attitude. What is this?
Tuesday said the United States had a distorted attitude towards China, and unless it changed its ways, conflict and confrontation will follow.
No, that's for something
a
else.
news conference on the sidelines of an
They
annual
ain't got nothing to do with TikTok. So really, China, hold up. So China, hold on. So China wants to get rid of the United States off of TikTok. That's what they want to do. Let's see.
Christopher Wray, he says TikTok screams of concern.
They use TikTok to control data on millions of users. Yes. Could they use it to control the software, millions of devices, given the opportunity to do so? Yes. Could they use it to drive narratives, like to divide Americans against each other? Yes.
Oh, that is a significant intrusion, by the way.
Yeah. Let me bang that back. Listen to what he said. That is the truth, because right now, you hear some TikTok say, I didn't do nothing. I was trying to tell them about not me. It's a lady said, I was just trying to tell them something positive, and then they banned her for a couple of days, and she didn't understand it. But you can, what you call it? You can, I forgot. But you can, I can't even think of the word. But data is inside of, you got to watch your data in TikTok. They can get in a lot of stuff, secret stuff over him. So I don't know. They might need to change it from TikTok to something else.
FBI Director Christopher Wray, he says TikTok screams of national security concerns. Roll tape.
Could they use TikTok to control data on millions of users? Yes. Could they use it to control the software on millions of devices, given the opportunity to do so? Yes. Could they use it to drive narratives, like to divide Americans against each other?
Yes. Well, that is a significant intrusion. By the way, the White House supports a bill that could lead to a complete TikTok ban in America. With this, he runs Net Choice, which tries to make the internet safe for free expression. Carl, you don't ban TikTok. Make your case.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. Look, if you listen to that clip, did Christopher Wray present a single piece of evidence? No. Every sentence started with could or may be able to.
Yeah.
And that's not how we operate here in the United States. We operate on facts and figures and evidence, not accusations and innuendos. Now, what does this legislation do? It's called the Restrict Act. It could ban TikTok. Ban is a really powerful word. That's the word that we hear in authoritarian regimes. And this legislation hands new powers over to the White House. Biden administration it, decide a website we can visit, app we can. That's really scary. That's a violation of the First Amendment, and that is an incredibly slippery slope onto controlling what we can see and what we can learn on the internet. And that's where the danger lies.
But let's follow this through. Supposing there was a complete ban on TikTok, there could also be later a complete ban on Truth Social or on Parler. Am I right?
Absolutely. Look, the justification for the action against TikTok, there's no, let's look. A lot of Democrats are saying that it's not a far leap to expand this type of power to start banning apps and websites it doesn't like. Remember, this is the same administration that a couple years ago told us that we had to mask up, that we had to live in our houses, and that we couldn't even discuss the origins of COVID. So the idea of controlling the narrative is very of what this administration does.
I'm gonna tell you something. TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, all them different other amps, Instagram, Facebook, and all the rest of them, really saved people when they put everybody in the house for the COVID and everything. They gave them mentally. It helps people with anxiety and different exposure. You got a lot of people in wheelchairs. You get to deal with people's mental health, and it helps them. So, like he said, they're using the word could it, would it, can it. That's not a good question to ban something from doing it when it helps people mentally and spiritually also. Oh Lord, what I do?
Does, but simultaneously, okay.
I'm sorry, but a report, we broadcast it yesterday. One who's, I think, as a young man, 13, 14-year-old boy, went on TikTok and was immediately presenting kinds of suicide ideas and drug-taking ideas and masochistic ideas. I believe that was the case, all from TikTok because he'd identified himself as a 13, 14-year-old boy. We don't like that, do we?
No, that's absolutely horrible. In fact, we have lawsuits at Net Choice against Florida and Texas that have laws that would require TikTok to keep that content up and accessible. These companies, these businesses are constantly trying to remove that type of content. But by the same token, this is America. This is individual liberty. And I'm a parent. My wife's a child therapist. We decide what's best for our families. We just what is best that what apps we can use and what websites we can access. And ultimately, that is our role as parents. It is not the role of government. And what we are seeing is this kind of slippery slope toward the nanny state, where anytime something's hard, anytime there's something that could be dangerous, we ask the government to ban it. Remember, this is the same thing as banning soda. This is the same thing as banning fast food. Not worthy for us, but both of which are accessible and free for us to make the choices that we want to make.
A quick personal question, if I may. Do you let your children on TikTok?
Under the age of, you know what, TikTok, and it says in their terms of service. There, it is not appropriate for them.
It's not appropriate. He right. They young. They 8. If they 8 and 7 like that, they don't need a TikTok. They just told you if you're 13 and under, it's you could go on there. It's a pairing where you have to pair it and do family things together. Y'all
But
don't
if they show
listen.
the maturity, if they show the developmental, then we have those conversations. And it's a conversation. Being parents tough. That's what we sign up for.
That's right. I agree with you. As parents, if you get on there with your kids, that's different. But it called. You have to go into the amp. You have to compare. You have to hit pairing. Yeah, it's way when you grown. But it's a lot of people misuse TikTok. I seen a lady on there. She was teaching her kids, telling her kids to cuss everybody out, but she not even that way. They do too much. Some people do too much on there. Some people do, but that ain't what they talking about. Woo, shit. Yeah, this was a week ago right here.
With over 1 billion users, TikTok is one of the fastest growing social media platforms. But trending now are new efforts to ban the app nationwide.
I'm particularly concerned about TikTok's connections to the Chinese Communist Party, which repeatedly spies on American citizens.
The bipartisan Senate bill would give the federal government the authority to tighten controls over companies that operate within hostile foreign countries and collect the personal data of Americans.
We need a more comprehensive approach to evaluating, mitigating these threats.
TikTok's company ByteDance has long maintained it does not share data with the Chinese government. But there are also concerns about the app's impact on young people's mental health, and that China could use the platform to push propaganda. Today's Senate bill follows a session last week in the House. The CEO of TikTok is scheduled to testify before a House committee later this month. The ACLU has already spoken out against the House bill, saying it violates both the First Amendment and a 1988 law known as the Portman Amendment. It protects the right to reservation regardless of its origin.
So think of people streaming their experiences amidst the protests in Iran, COVID lockdowns in China, the war in Ukraine. People use TikTok to create content and share information that increases news awareness, that increases civic engagement.
The Biden administration supports the Senate bill and is urging Congress to pass it. Nicole D'Antonio, CBS News, Washington.
That's interesting. I didn't know that. That was a lot of information, people. That's enough. That's enough. That's enough. It's some money. It's some money. You could make some money in TikTok. Let me show y'all some. It's interesting to know. Let me show you. Let me see. Can I show y'all? Let me see. You can do commercial, you can do challenges, you can get paid. You got many ways to get paid on here. Hold on, y'all. I don't know why they got this on right there. Okay. I want to go to. Do I want to go here? I don't want to look message. Inbox. Okay. Go to inbox. Go to all activities. Go to mention to. Let's see. No, this is not what I want to show. I want to show y'all how to. I can't show y'all on this. can't find. Let me see something. Okay, I can show y'all. I'm gonna show y'all how you can. I can't find it. I can't do it on here. I want to show y'all something. All right, y'all. I just brought some in. So I'm gonna show y'all how you can make money on there. It's there for you, but the long, they ain't gonna be able to stop that. They ain't gonna be able to stop TikTok, y'all. What y'all think about? Put it down in it. What you think about the video? What it's saying? What interests you the most about the video or whatever? Leave it. Leave it in here. We can talk about it. Let me see. So I come up with a question. Now that you've seen the video, now that you saw that you reviewed, now that you watched, this video, these videos, what do you I put down here, what do you think about China now? Okay, should China should U.S. United States ban? I don't think so. I'm good. Should U.S. United States ban TikTok? I'm gonna put that question right there. Anytime y'all want to get on here, later on answer it. And, be fair with that question right there, because I don't see what it's doing. It shows a lot. It tells a lot. It can help a lot. It can prove a lot. It can demonstrate a lot. But as long as the government can make sure that they are not spying on our information, it'll be good. So the question is, should U.S. ban TikTok? And if you said they should, tell me why. I seen a two little couple, y'all. I saw two little cute little couple in the wheelchair, and they were looking so cute. And I was like, they were just sitting down doing their little TikTok, and they felt good about themselves, y'all. Y'all know music. It's music. Some people don't like music, so they talk. Some people cook. Some people demonstrate stuff. I like when the cooking part, because I don't cook. I'm not a cooker. So I like to watch people come up with ideas about what they're cooking. And how I always try to get Shapiro to get on here and show her kitchen, what she cooked, how she cooked it, what did she put in it. Man, I have tried. But my stuff don't come out right for some reason. But y'all tell me what y'all think, and I'm out, okay?